Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
What is the difference between a Democrat and a socialist?
The greatest crisis today is not the Middle East, it's not Iraq, it's Syria, but it's climate change.
Yeah. All the people don't have freedom, all the people don't have justice, and all the people don't have power, so that means none of us do.
I live in Troy, where the big government lovers painted a picture of doom and gloom in 2011.
The future must not belong to those who slander the prophet of Islam.
We see it in the STEM program. You know, people have talked about this STEM program being such a great deal.
Welcome to the Abolitionist Roundtable, your all-access pass to the 2016 Black Conservative Revolution. Join the conversation at 734-822-1600. Now, here are your hosts, Del Marsh, Phil Stargell, and Janice Daniels.
Well, good morning. Thank you for joining the Abolitionist Roundtable. I want to say greetings to all. It was a very busy week. And welcome to the conservative revolution. That means that we're going to take back our country. We're not taking it back to the 50s, but we're going to take it back to our constitution. We're going to take it back to our Bill of Rights. That's what we mean by take back our country. And again, this is Del Marsh, your host of the Abolitionist Roundtable. And that roundtable is here and ready to attack the enemy. Yes, absolutely, they are ready to attack the enemy, not with gun, not with knives. Of course, we believe in the Second Amendment, and we will take the enemy out with using that Second Amendment, but we're here to take the enemy out with the truth, with information. See, the enemy, the elites, they have something that we have something that they don't have. We have the truth on our side, and that truth, It may be hard. Matter of fact, I heard a quote that says that it's, by the time the truth get up and pull his pants up, a lie can circle the whole globe. Well, I'm going to tell you, that's why we get up early in the morning, very early. Of course, we know our friend Dr. Yule is on later on this morning, but we get up before him so that we can get that information out. So you got to get up early in the morning before that lie circle the globe. So we want to get up early before that lie circle the globe. But I like to open up with a quote. This is from Dwight D. Eisenhower. He said, "Every step we take towards making the state our caretaker of our lives, by that much we move towards making the state our master." Okay, so today we are saying that the state is not our master. The state would not make our neighbors their master. The state would not make our family their master if we have to help our family out, if we have to help our friends out. But we know that we've seen that, matter of fact, I was just looking at the top 10 most evil regimes on the planet, and we know that under these regimes, tens of millions of people were killed. They might not have been killed directly by these regimes. Matter of fact, if we look at it right now, President Obama is not responsible directly for killing people, but indirectly. How many know that when good men do nothing, people get killed? When a good man don't have a gun, the bad man with a gun kill people. So absolutely, that's why the Second Amendment is important. Matter of fact, I tell you what, I bet you the president, our Congress would not travel without Secret Service. Matter of fact, tell them, I tell you what, if you want to restrict my gun, restrict the Secret Services. Okay, but anyway, I want to just say good morning to the Abolitionist Roundtable. We're going to get started because, folks, I don't know if you watch, but we're going to talk a little bit about the State of the Union. We're going to talk about, did you hear the president in his address? He mocked Republicans. What he said about ISIS, we're going to get into it, denial of that there's a problem in Islam. And he actually took credit for, folks, yesterday I filled my gas tank up and I took a picture of it. Gas was $1.57 a gallon. He took credit for gas being under $2, even though he blocked the pipeline, even though everything he does is trying to restrict so that he want gas to go up. Matter of fact, folks, we know if you look at this, just research this, you'll see that the vote is not selling. The small cars, GM just laid off everybody at the plant at their small car factories. Why is that? Because gas prices is at $1.50. When gas prices is low, nobody buy electric cars, nobody buy small cars. But he took credit for it. So what's happening is reverse of what he has end result, the globalist. He is still a globalist, even though it might be, it looked like this is happening just in our region. This is something that all leaders all around the world, this same propaganda is going on. They might not be on this particular level, but here, on the second half of the break, I'm going to introduce the abolitionists. But on the second half of the break, I want you to stay tuned because we have a friend, a real friend. We have Dr. Bonner Cohen, who is a scientist, and he's going to be on and he's going to talk about something that the president said. The president said that the science is settled. Over 200 countries has signed on to this, saying that the science is settled. NASA has said the science is settled. Well, we have somebody, and he's from the National Center of Public Policy and Research. Dr. Again, you might want to look him up if you have a question for him, Dr. Bonner Cohen. And so I want you to call on the second half and make sure you get your questions for him. So first thing I want to do is just say good morning to, I'm not going to say to the right or left. I'm going to say good morning to the abolitionist and co-founder of the Abolitionist Roundtable, Phil Stargell. Good morning, Phil.
Well, good morning. And the State of the Union is a state of mess. And, we are in a state of confusion that we don't hold this man more responsible for what he has done to this nation.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to talk a little bit about that, holding him responsible, but you can't hold him responsible when you have people, Mayor Janice Daniels, mayor. She is the mayor, absolutely. We can't hold him responsible, Mayor, even though we had historic elections when we have people in power. Now, don't get me wrong. They are doing something. They are doing the best that they can. But we feel like they should be doing a little bit more to stop some of the things. Matter of fact, I noticed that, Mayor, what he'd do is for whatever he can, instead of going to Congress, is whatever he can, whatever limits he can, however he can figure out to go around that Constitution, he'll do an executive order.
Well, that's true. And in fact, if you look at the big picture, the difference between a communist's view of the world is that all we have to do is put the right people in charge of society, whereas the capitalist view of the world is we have to have the right laws governing society. Yeah. So Obama thinks, and quite frankly, with a complicit and compliant media, he can get away with saying anything.
And he is
anything he wants.
I'm talking about he just says stuff so over the top.
If you look at his State of the Union address, for example, he said in the very beginning, our unique strengths as a nation, our optimism and work ethic, our spirit of discovery and innovation, our diversity and commitment to the rule of law. To the rule of law. These are the things that we need to ensure prosperity and security. And that, in fact, is the spirit that made the progress of these past 7 years possible. Now, can you, I actually sat in my kitchen listening to his speech on the radio because my son was watching television, and I had my headphones on, so I wouldn't just...
To be honest with you, not to cut you off, I couldn't watch it on TV.
I can't watch it. Yeah,
I had to listen to it on radio. So I listened on the computer because I didn't want to look at it.
And I had my headphones on so that I wouldn't disturb my son watching his movie. I'm such a good mom. And my son actually came in the kitchen because my jaw was on the floor. I had my mouth hanging open. I'm going, oh my God. And he came in because he was worried that something was wrong, that I was, in some kind of danger or something. The man is literally he's a misogynist. He is. I can't even think of a nice big word.
You used the word misogynist, and this is a word that a lady called the Brother Lee show all the time and called them misogynists, but would not call the real misogynist a misogynist.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know that. I don't even know what words to use. He leaves me speace.
I know.
If you can imagine that.
Yeah, I'm with you. Matter of fact, here, hold that thought for just a minute, Phil. We're going to just lead into, Derek, we're going to play, we have a soundbite. It's, wow, we up to 200 soundbites. I think it's soundbite 201. and then we're gonna finish the roundtable, Phil.
Priority number one is protecting the American people and going after terrorist networks. But as we focus on destroying ISIL, over-the-top claims that this is World War III.
Over the top? Pause that for a minute. Don't. We're gonna continue. But over the top, Phil, is ISIL saying that they are a danger to humanity? Is it over the top to make that claim?
Well, is to deny what he's saying over the top. Mm-hmm. See, he says that he is in the process of destroying ISIL. Mm-hmm. What has he done to destroy ISIL?
Oh, send out leaflets to make sure that they leave before he bombs?
I mean, so when you're skeptical of what he's saying, then you're over the top because, I said it, we're going to destroy him, but where's the proof?
I see what you're saying, because he said it, he made a decree, and he's the king.
Yeah,
anything
executive order.
Anything that you say in opposition is over the top because he's king.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Derek, you can finish up, please.